I got in this race because I think we can make Washington State the most prosperous state in the Union, and certainly the most business employer-friendly state on the West Coast. We have a huge opportunity here, an opportunity that comes maybe once in a lifetime, where we few people starting in this room can begin a revolution. We can change the Washington State government legislature this cycle, and we can start making the kind of laws that are going to fix our schools, that are going to fix our joblessness, and are going to restore trust in government. We all know that the more bloated government has become, the more confused it's gotten about its goals, the worse it's governed, and the less we get for our tax dollars. A state government employee, they make about $73,000 a year as an average in public sector employment. The average private sector person only makes $44,000 a year. To make tight budgets and just spend that amount of money isn't that hard. The funny thing is if you only start with so much money, you do the most important stuff first. It's really not that hard. And they make it seem hard because of the agendas involved. And most of the agendas involve public sector unions. And most people can understand that. As long as we keep sending people back to Olympia who are indebted to the public sector unions that have to do their bidding, we're not going to get anything different. Right now, to start a new business in Washington, it's a stack of regulations 5 feet high that you have to abide by. And that's driving business out of the state. If you look at any category of business, you find out that we're losing those businesses rather quickly. The Architects Association says we've lost 7,000 architects. We've lost thousands of doctors. 1/3 of the people in real estate have left the business just since 2008. And yet our government continues to raise taxes on them. On real estate, they increased the tax 20%. We're going to go back to the way it was when people and individuals had control over their lives, and we weren't concerned about the state controlling our lives. But it's actually an easy system to fix. The B&O tax system has become incredibly convoluted. It started off very simple, but it's a simple thing to fix. And the biggest thing we have in our favor that can really attract business here is the fact we don't have a state income tax. Competition forces everybody to get better and better at what they do and more efficient over time at what they do. The public sector does things the wrong way. They just say, well, we need more money. We need more money. I'm saying, well, let the public schools compete among themselves. Give people more choice about where they send their kids. Give everybody in the system more choice. Give the parents choices about which schools they go to. Give the principals choices about what teachers they hire and fire. But we've got to be bold, and we don't have to be mean about it. Like with the liquor stores, what I would have said is, I got an idea. Let's sell off all those liquor stores to their employees. They take their pension plans with them. They get a discount for all that because we don't want to fund those pension plans. But your employees, stores are worth a lot. Let those guys buy them and run them. They'll do fine. Force things back to individuals. Force things back into the hands of individuals, and people are going to make bad decisions and good decisions. But the wisdom of the crowds is, on the average, they're going to make better decisions than these bureaucrats do because they're all idiots. Most of my customers are outside the United States, places all over Southeast Asia, Latin America, the Eastern Europe, Middle East even, Southeast Asia, of course. Those places are one of my books. I write books on competition. Those people are really serious about competition. And they're coming on strong. And our kids are going to have a heck of a time competing if we're let the government chain them to the ground and regulate the heck out of them. So what do we have to do to change this? Well, the climate is right. We've got to devise a mission that unites us, not just with other conservatives, but we've got to reach out to independents. We have to reach out to all the unhappy Democrats out there. What we have to do is start disassembling the bureaucracy in Olympia and moving resources to the front lines. If we do that, we're going to be more successful as a state. We're going to create, as Art said, a state that people want to stay in and build businesses in and build lives in. And we want to create a world here that is better for our children than it was for us. Washington State's going to lead the charge because we have some great people running across the state, and we're all planning on getting it working extremely quickly once we get to Olympia. We're ready to go. So, Dave Baker, Art Day, Gary Gagliardi.
Perfect.
And I had the opportunity after that to work with a lot of large organizations, helping them become more competitive and more effective. And in a lot of cases, disassembling their stultifying central bureaucracies and teaching them how to move resources to the front lines and make people more effective.